SuperX fam, thank you for joining me today for XPO. I'm your host today. My name is Austin, the founder and CEO of SuperX, and today I have tons of fun and exciting things for you guys. Today we're going to walk through the future of SuperX for the next few months. So you're going to be hearing about new collaborations, new partnerships, new drops, all of the fun, exciting things that you guys want to hear. For those of you that participated and placed orders during Super Day, which was our massive event during June, we're going to announce the Super Day winner. Let me scrap that. We're actually going to announce 3 Super Day winners. We said there was going to be one winner, all expenses paid trip to Nashville, Tennessee, but due to the support that we've constantly seen for Super Day as well as every other drop, we talked internally and we decided to do it for 3 different people. So 3 people today are going to win the grand prize trip, and it gets even better. It's not going to go to Nashville, Tennessee. You're going to get an all expenses paid trip to Los Angeles, California, where, as you'll see in the timeline, we're going to have a very special event that you are going to be not only a part of, but a VIP guest. So stay tuned for the end. And then after we announce the winners of Super Day, we're going to cover an all hands off, meaning you guys can ask me anything you want, Q&A. So without further ado, as we always do, let's jump into Expo and start announcing the next collaborations. So it's already August and we haven't announced a collaboration yet, but I am really honored to announce our first collaboration of August, the Wolverine collaboration. Now, this is our most extensive, most detailed, and most in-depth Wolverine drop of all times. It's going to have both men's and women's items. And if some of you guys are fans of the upcoming Wolverine game, the men's line was specifically and strategically designed around that suit. It's going to have a black and a yellow theme. And in my opinion, it is the best Wolverine product, not just SuperX has ever made, but the best Wolverine performance gear, or whatever else you want to call it, that anyone has ever made. We're having a variation of items from, I'm just going to break the news. We're going to have a sleeveless tracksuit. We're going to have super suits, short sleeve, tank tops, hoodies, and tons of more items. And then for the ladies, we're going to have some new items. We're going to have a sports bra. We're going to have a tracksuit, of course. We're going to have leggings. It is a in-depth and extensive line for Wolverine, and we feel with the game coming out and with a lot of the feedback and requests that we've been seeing, we feel that we have truly made one of the best Wolverine collaborations ever. Now, moving into late August, we're going to be releasing the world's first full Marvel kettlebells line. Now, some of you guys have saw what we did with Invincible and that kettlebell range and requested it immediately for some of your favorite Marvel characters. I am going to break the news and tell you exactly which characters to expect for that kettlebell launch. You're going to get Spider-Man, Wolverine, the Hulk, and Venom. Now, when I tell you that these are these are the coolest kettlebells I have ever seen, and trust me, we're working on a lot in the back end. They are the coolest kettlebells that have ever been made if you're a fan of these characters. So I can't wait for you guys to see the full reveal of these kettlebells and these characters because nothing has ever been done like it before. And trust me, it's going to take a long time before any competitors or copycats catch up. This is truly one of the coolest products that we have ever released. And if you're a Marvel fan, this is for you. Now, let's move on to September. So in the beginning of September, we are going to be partnering with Skybound to release another Invincible drop. But this isn't just an ordinary Invincible drop. This drop is going to be taken over by an empire, the Viltrum Empire. And we're going to be introducing 3 different and 3 iconic product collections. You're going to be seeing Thrag, you're going to be seeing Conquest, and of course, one of the most requested and most popular in-demand items that we've ever seen. We're going to be introducing a full Viltrumite collection. Tracksuits, shirts, long sleeves, etc. Now, this collection was a response to you guys. We didn't expect to want to drop this collection. We saw the overwhelming response to the last season of Invincible. We talked to Invincible's creators, we talked to their team, and we said, how could we listen and quickly come to market with the world's first, and in my opinion, the world's coolest Invincible gear? The Empire is coming, and if you're ready, Thrag, Conquest, and Viltrumites are going to take over at the beginning of September. Now, moving forward, the next drop is going to be, I think, actually, is it? Hold on, sorry guys. Blooper, it's okay. This stuff happens. There's just so many stuff. What's the next one? Oh, go back. Pull it back. Pull it back. I messed this one up. It's okay. So, for you guys that saw the recent post, SuperX is expanding into anime. And for some of you customers and some of you guys, you've been waiting for years for this announcement. It is one of the most exciting things that I've ever been a part of in the company's history. And although we started SuperX as a dedication towards superheroes in the traditional sense of Marvel and DC, our expansion into anime is truly going to take SuperX and the brand and all of the characters and possibilities that we can create for you guys to the next level. At the end of September, I am truly honored to announce our official collaboration with My Hero Academia. Now, to kickstart the first of many collaborations with My Hero Academia, we're going to be introducing a Deku collection. And this is going to be for both men's and women's. So for those of you who saw that introduction to anime post and have been wondering, what is SuperX going to do first? Where are they going to jump into the deep end with? You've gotten your answer. We are so excited to introduce My Hero Academia. And believe it or not, this collection and this partnership has been in the works for over a year. I mean, it's been literally almost years at this point since we've started planning this. We've seen your guys' feedback, and I'm so excited to be able to officially announce that collaboration with you guys today, because for some of you, anime is your love language, meaning it is the most exciting type of pop culture that you're into, and we are so glad to be able to expand into that realm and that universe. And trust me, this is just the first of many to come. So to you anime fans, this is a dedication to you, and we thank you for supporting us and for being here along the journey as we've expanded into this new territory. Now, as we go into the next month in October, I'm also going to need help with this one. Can you show me really quick? That's why you got a great team, guys. Great team helps. Okay, and the next one too. Okay, perfect. As we get into October, we are going to drop an official DC supervillains line. Now, some of the characters that are going to be introduced in this DC supervillains line are going to be Deathstroke, Sinestro, and Darkseid. These characters and the whole DC supervillains line has been requested literally since we started the company. So it's truly an honor to bring it to life. And for those of you on the DC front that have been waiting for your opportunity, this is it. And just to add a little bit more fuel to the flame, this DC collection is going to include tracksuits, it's going to include super suits, it's going to include shorts. And in my opinion, if you're a fan of any DC villain, I think this is going to be a great collection for you. Now, as we move towards the middle of October, This specific collaboration has been in my heart since I started the company. It's actually one of the characters that inspired me to start SuperX. And I have heard the requests for this specific character in a full range collection literally for years now. And I am so excited to reveal that the next drop in October is going to be Nightwing. Now, Nightwing is one of my favorite characters, and for those of you guys that have been requesting it, it is a top tier and a top requested character. We came out with the Nightwing super suit, and it sold out not just once, it sold out twice. So we are so excited to bring you guys the official Nightwing collection in collaboration with DC. Now, typically we do 2 drops, but in the month of October, we're going to bring you guys 3 drops. The next collaboration at the very end of October is one of my favorite collections that I've ever been able to be part of and design. It's going to be another Star Wars collection. And this time, we're going to be touching some new characters and creating and expanding into some new characters. So, the first character within that Star Wars collection is going to be Darth Maul. Now, it wasn't an easy character to create for a collection on the surface, but as I was participating in the creative process and the product development, I can truly tell you that from day one to what the final product looks like, this is going to be the best Darth Maul apparel, not just in performance, but ever created. I think it encompasses both the dark and insidious nature of Darth Maul, representing that power, but it's also going to creatively and intricately take Darth Maul's appearance both on the outside and on the inside in terms of skin level into this full collection. But that's not all. We're going to be also introducing stormtroopers into this collection. We've been receiving requests for that specific type of item, and stormtroopers was a difficult one on the surface, but with the products we created, I think we've hit the nail on the head. And if it didn't get any better than that, we're also doing a women's side of Star Wars. I'm excited to introduce for the female consumers 3 different Star Wars variations for you. The first one is a female Jedi. And a lot of times women often tell us, they say, hey, you're just, you've already hit this men's line. Why are you just doing the same for female? In this specific case, we've never done a Jedi men's line, and women are going to have first access and first look of a Jedi line. In addition to that, we're going to be bringing back Darth Vader, but for women. Now, we had to take our Darth Vader collection, bring it back to the drawing board, and decide how do we make a product for women pertaining to Darth Vader? How do we accentuate certain areas? How do we tailor it to the female body? And we think we've crafted that perfectly. And last but not least, we will be introducing a Rebel set for the women's. Now, these are 3 different collections for women's, and I couldn't be more excited to see the women's line expand. And for those of you that have been on us and have been requesting for the last couple years, as you can tell from former drops and into future drops, we're taking the women's line very seriously, and we hope that you see the dedication and the hard work we're putting behind all of the women's pieces. Now, before we move into November, let's quickly recap because there's a lot of new viewers joining and there's a lot that just went on right there. The month of August, we're going to be doing Wolverine, Marvel Kettlebells. September is going to include Invincible, My Hero Academia. October is going to include DC Supervillains, Nightwing, and 4 different characters for, or actually, no, technically 5 different sets and different characters for Star Wars in October. Now, I was reluctant, in all transparency, to put November onto this timeline for you to see, but I'm going to give you a little sneak peek and a little hint at what's coming in November. Now, while I can't fully show you the exact collaboration and the exact items coming in the month of November, this is going to make this entire thing worthwhile. In the month of November, we're going to be doing 2 things. The first thing we're going to be doing is SuperX's first pop-up event and SuperX's first in-person event. Now, this pop-up event, it's not just, a room that's decorated like an IP that you've seen other brands and other companies do. We've been talking with the team, we've been talking with Warner Brothers, and if this is executed upon our vision, which is really up to Warner Brothers, this event is not only going to be the first SuperX pop-up event ever, this is going to be the greatest pop culture pop-up event, in my opinion, ever done. And it takes a lot for me to say something like that and hype it up. It is a specific property. It's going to take place in Los Angeles, California. And if we can execute on the team's vision, it's going to be one of the greatest pop-ups and honoring of a specific character ever done in pop culture history. Now, I have a lot to live up for. I've now gone on record. I've now gone public saying this. So the team is probably hating me now because we have a lot to live up to. But trust me, when we announce this, you're going to want to be there. It's going to be a limited event. We're not going to let everybody come. We're going to create a limited list, and that list is going to be vetted, and we're also going to allow first access to consumers and customers first. We're not going to open this up to the outside world. We're going to give you guys the chance to attend first, and as those spots continuously get taken, we will then open to the outside world if there's any spots left. So I've been working on this pop-up event all day, honestly, for a while now. I was actually just in Los Angeles over the weekend, touring different spaces, planning, scheming, building, all of these things. And when I tell you that this is going to be my favorite event in SuperX history, and I tell you this, it's going to be way cooler for you guys because you don't have to do all of the work to make this awesome event happen. Now, the last piece of November is going to tie into the pop-up event, but I should still announce it anyway because a lot of people would like to know these things still. After the pop-up event, we're going to be doing our annual Black Friday event. Now, for some of you guys that participated in Super Day, this is going to be another opportunity for you to get new products, save, and then we're going to be doing massive giveaways. We're going to be throwing free tickets to Disneyland. We're going to be throwing iPads. We're going to be throwing AirPods into random orders. So our Black Friday sale is going to be one of the coolest and biggest events of the entire year. And if you've been eyeing certain pieces but waiting for that price to come down, it might happen. Maybe, maybe not. But Black Friday is going to be the biggest and the best that SuperX has ever done, and it's going to be directly connected to the pop-up event. I can't tell you any more information other than that. Keep an eye out for November 2nd and pack your bags to go to Los Angeles, California. Now, before we move on, for those of you that are new and just seeing this for the first time, take a look at this timeline. I'm not going to go through it again. You can rewatch this, but take a look at the timeline while it's still up here, because next we're going to announce the official winners of the Super Day giveaway. And one more time, as a reminder, Super Day was an event that we had in June, and it lasted for a week. And during that week period, anybody who placed an order, didn't matter what the order was for, anybody who placed an order during that period was eligible for the grand prize. Now, initially, the grand prize was for one lucky winner to receive an all expenses paid trip to Nashville, Tennessee, come to the SuperX HQ and hang out with the team. But in light of the massive pop-up event that we're planning in November, we've decided to change that one to 3 different grand prizes winners, where you'll still be able to meet with myself, the SuperX team, see upcoming projects, but you're going to be doing it in Los Angeles, California as a VIP to this first SuperX event ever. And when I tell you you're going to want to be a part of this, whether you win or not, you're going to want to be a part of this event. So let's announce the 3. And I'm also going to announce an alternative 3 winners because we just selected them. This isn't something that the winners would already be announced. So if you are watching right now and you haven't been notified, there's still a chance that you might win this giveaway. We haven't actually picked the winners or contacted them yet. The way we're going to do this is we've picked 3 grand prize winners and we've picked 3 alternates. Now, the 3 grand prize winners, they're going to be able to receive the entire expenses paid trip to Los Angeles and the VIP treatment. The 3 alternatives, if anybody in those 3 doesn't respond, can't make it, whatever the case, those alternatives are then going to take their place. But if, here's the best part, guys, we've just turned this giveaway from 3 to 6. Because even if all 3 of the grand prize winners decide to go, we're still reserving a spot at the pop-up for the additional 3 winners. Now, we're not going to do an all expenses paid trip for those additional 3, but they will still have a spot at the official and first SuperX event in Los Angeles. Let me grab the list and let's do this. All right, guys. So in no particular order, the 3 winners for the Super Day grand prize giveaway, Michael Brown. Michael, if you place an order, well, you did, reach out to us. That's going to be at eddie@superxapparel.com to claim your prize. Congratulations, Michael. We're really excited to see you. Amanda, I'm going to butcher this last name, Mollet. I'm butchering it slightly, but Amanda, please reach out to eddie@superxapparel.com to claim your prize. We're really excited to see you. And last but not least, Christopher Hoskins. Christopher, if you're watching this, email eddie@superxapparel.com and claim your prize. We're really excited to see you. And as for the 3 backups who, even if they don't end up being upped on the list for the grand prize, they're still going to receive a VIP invite to the SuperX event. Tyler McIntyre, if you're watching this, please email eddie@superxapparel.com to claim your prize. Ricardo Sandoval, and lastly, Ryan Nolan. Ricardo, Ryan, Tyler, as alternatives, please email eddie@superxapparel.com to be added to our VIP list and announced as a backup. Now for Michael, Amanda, Christopher, congratulations, guys. We are so excited to meet you, and we hope that you're able to make it to this event. It's going to take place on November 14th this year in Los Angeles, California. Now, I have 2 more things for you guys, of course. If you're still here and you're bummed that you didn't win that giveaway, it's all good. We have 1 more giveaway for you today. Yes, it's not an all expenses paid trip to Los Angeles, but it's a really cool partnership and collaboration that I'm excited to announce. So, for some of you guys, you've been wanting this Punisher weight vest for some time. And this is the last of the V1 Punisher weight vest that we will ever make. As you guys may or may not be aware, we've just launched a V2 version. This is the last piece of the V1. Now it gets even better. We've partnered with and we've signed one of our, I think actually our first official athlete for SuperX. It's going to be IFBB Pro. So that means International Federation of Bodybuilding. Lee Priest. Now, Lee Priest, reach out to us. Lee Priest is a massive fan of DC Comics, Marvel. I mean, his Jeep literally is created to look like Darth Vader himself. He has a Punisher tattoo on his arm, and when he started his bodybuilding journey to become one of the most famous and notorious bodybuilders of all time, characters like Superman really inspired that journey. So we've partnered with him, and he wanted us to be giving away a Punisher vest, and not only a normal standard Punisher vest, but this Punisher vest was signed by Lee Priest himself as a gift to you guys. Now, all you have to do to win, and we're going to actually look at the first person, our team's going to help me out here. The first person who correctly guesses the nickname of Lee Priest during his bodybuilding reign wins this signed Lee Priest Punisher V1 weight vest, the last that we will ever produce for this specific design. So I'll be waiting for those of you that get it, those of you interested. Times, oh, I see it. Was it right there? The blonde myth, the first one, right there. You're gonna have to put your name in the chat. I believe I could see your screen name, the blonde myth. Yeah, Deku3657. Please put your full name in the chat. Actually, don't do that. Email Eddie at superxapparel.com with your full name. Um, there we go. Mac, perfect. Mac, go ahead and email Eddie at superxapparel.com and claim this signed Lee Priest last Punisher V1 weight vest. Congratulations. Lee was really excited to do this giveaway with us. And like so many of us fans, he was really excited to partner with us. And he is a part of so many drops coming forward. So thank you, Lee, for making this happen. And congratulations, Mac. Now, we've gone through a lot today. We've gone through our newest collaborations, our expansion into anime, our first pop-up event ever, our Black Friday sale, the Super Day winners, and now the Lee Priest Punisher Weight Vest winner. Now that we've done all of that, for those of you watching that's all you cared about, right now might be a good time to hop off. We're going to be covering our Q&A section where you guys, no holds barred, can ask me anything. I'm going to answer as many questions as I can. And we're going to do this set a timer for 10 minutes. We're going to do a 10 minutes of Q&A questions to help best answer any questions you guys might have. Some of them I might not be able to answer because I can't reveal certain information, but I'm going to do my best. Let's get into it, guys. And for everybody else leaving the live stream right now, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching. SuperX and everything that we do could not happen without you. So thank you so much from myself and the entire SuperX team. And as always, be extraordinary. Now, for the rest of you guys, let's jump into the Q&A. I got everything right here. So here we go. Whoa, this is coming in hot and heavy, guys. Question, are we going to be doing more gaming collabs? The answer is yes. 2027, believe it or not, is already built out. So you guys are excited about 2026. 2027 is already built out, and there are a few opportunities and a few slots in there for gaming collaborations. Yes. Are you hiring? That's a great question. We actually get this question asked a lot. If any of you guys are ever interested in working at the brand, keep an eye for our LinkedIn, keep an eye for our website. We will be posting job opportunities. We are a growing brand, so it's not like we have 1,000 openings here. We have a very small, lean, and very dedicated team. But when opportunities present themselves, we will post on social media, LinkedIn, and our website. So keep an eye out for those opportunities as they arise. Great question. We'll be at the LA Comic Con. So for some of you guys that didn't know, we were at the San Diego Comic Con. It was our first Comic Con appearance and our first like tangible appearance anywhere. So that went really, really well. We were located inside the Star Wars booth, and we showed, for those of you guys that attended, we showed our newest Star Wars kettlebells. We also showed off the Vader bag and a few other cool items and did tons of cool activations there. But to answer this specific question, we had to decide LA Comic Con or this pop-up event. And looking between both, I had to balance two things. Which one would be remembered for years to come? And also, which one served our consumers and gave back to every single person, whether you're a consumer, whether you're a team member, whether you're an artist, a designer, anybody, which one gave back to our team the most? And we decided to go with the pop-up event. It truly is going to be one of the coolest things that we've ever done. And I'm not sure how we could ever top it. So to answer your question, because those two dates are so close together, we had to pick one, and I picked the pop-up event. Great question. Somebody said, will you send me 2 tickets to the pop-up event? I want to clarify this. It's not a paid event. You guys don't have to pay to show up. Why would I make you guys pay to show up? I am truly, and the team is truly indebted to every single one of you guys watching this. We are doing this event for you. Now, while we won't charge for the event, there will be a finite amount of people that can come just due to different regulations and rules we have to follow, both for the building codes, but also Warner Brothers, and our team can only handle so much. So there will be a finite amount of people, but it's not a paid event. When you see our first post in November, keep track. And when the opportunity arises for you to be added to the list, sign up, okay? It's not, you don't have to pay for it though. How to get sponsored. This is actually a really good question. Now, there's a lot of content creators out there and a lot of ambassadors and a lot of people that want to be associated with SuperX in numerous ways. And the cool part about our brand, and I think for some of you guys that may listen, for if you guys think that all we care about is followers and doing this whole influencer type of like BS that all these other companies do, you guys are wrong. I don't care if you have 0 followers or 500. It doesn't matter your guys' follower account. We don't care about any of that stuff. The only qualification that we have at SuperX for you to become an ambassador or at a deeper level involved in the brand is that you've purchased from us before. And why is that? I don't personally believe that you could tell other people to buy something, or you could tell other people to be a part of something that you haven't done yourself. That's the only requirement. So if you've purchased from us in any capacity at any time and you're a fan of the brand, that's the only qualification you need. We're always accepting new applicants for our ambassador program. And if you're interested at going on a deeper level, we're also building up a UGC system, which means people who have our products that would like to make content for upcoming drops and all of those things. My only reservation on telling you guys this is that specific segment, you need experience on creating videos, but it does not mean you have to have a follower account. We don't care if you have 0 or 1 million. It doesn't matter. All you have to do for that specific segment is have experience in creating UGC videos. If you're interested in that, DM us at our Instagram at SuperX Apparel, and we'll be happy to see if you're the right fit for the UGC side. But for ambassadors, sign up anytime. I'm going to keep going through the list of questions, guys. Thank you. So typically in this segment, I usually see all these questions. Are you going to do this collab? Are you going to do this character? Are you going to do this thing? I sometimes I'll go through them, but in the sake of brevity, in the sake of not being redundant, I'm not going to do that. Most of these questions, they're yes at some point, right? We are the brand for consumers. We're the brand for pop culture consumers. So at some point, every character and everything you guys have asked, we're going to do it at some point. But right now, I'm going to specifically cover questions that are going to be a little bit more, I would say, pertinent to today's conversation. So, Daredevil restock. I'll tell you guys that we're going to do it. I mean, there's a new season coming up, so just keep an eye out for that. We're going to be adding some products to that collection as well. Um, can we get a behind the scenes look on how products are made and all that stuff? Absolutely. We're actually, as we continue to expand and grow, we want to show you guys more behind the scenes, not just on how products are made, but also the team, putting events together, the meetings, all of those things. Most of the behind the scenes stuff, I hate to say, is going to be on my personal Instagram. We don't have someone dedicated on the SuperX team yet who's going to be able to film and edit and place all of those things on SuperX profiles. And a lot of times we can't even post that stuff anyway because we'll need approvals from Marvel, Warner Brothers, Disney, all those companies, and we don't want to cause them any issues. So most of the time, the behind the scenes stuff is going to be on my personal Instagram page, and so you're going to want to check it out there. Can we get the big 3 from My Hero Academia? I'm going to ask this because it's pertinent to the timeline that we displayed. The first drop is going to be Deku. The sequential drops, so part 2, part 3, those are going to be an expanded line of other characters outside of Deku, of course. What's my favorite thing about SuperX? And I don't want to drag on to here because SuperX means different things to different people, but my favorite part is to work with these iconic characters, brands, and it almost feels like art, right? And if you look at the products, whether it be the apparel, the bags, the kettlebells, so on and so forth, it's almost an art translating your guys' favorite or my favorite characters into products that are truly remarkable. And I love the creative process and the artistic approach to it. As a kid, I think we can all relate, right? We've seen Spider-Man or Batman or whatever other characters you watched as a kid. And for myself to be able to officially work with these characters and with these brands at a legitimate and professional level, it is one of the coolest things. And even better than that, my favorite part of SuperX is bringing the consumers and our team who are bigger fans than I am a part of this journey and seeing the happiness and seeing the level of fulfillment it brings my team and our customers and our community to be able to do these types of products, events, and connecting directly with the brands. Like seeing the fulfillment on my team when they get to collaborate officially with Marvel, or seeing your guys' reaction when you hold the product and you're like, wow, this is truly remarkable. That is the best part of this entire thing, and that's what makes it worth it. So I hope that somewhat answered your question. Yeah, SuperX for parents and children matching. That's something that we've been thinking about for a long time. I can't confirm or deny anything. It's just kind of sitting, just being transparent. It's sitting up there. It's digesting. Maybe we will do something like that in the future, but we want to get your feedback. Like, just comment. Like, would you guys like to see, an extension of our brand for children's stuff? I mean, I'm thinking probably 7 to 13, that age where they could start actively participating in fitness and performance activities. But something we've been digesting, and I'd like to hear your feedback for it. Why only 2 drops a month? That's an excellent question. We get do this character, do that character, do what about this, what about that all the time. And the reality is, 2 drops means that we have about a 2 week buildup time in terms of promotion and hype and honestly like honoring the character before we drop. Now, could we do 4, 5, 6 drops a month? Absolutely. But I feel like each character deserves a time to shine, each IP. And we haven't always done that, right? There was a few times where we did try to do 3 or 4 drops and it just didn't hit the same way as 2 drops. So we like to take our time and we like to make sure that each character, each IP, each brand gets the time and energy that it deserves from a promotional standpoint, and also for you guys to see the work and all of the creative process behind the scenes. So that's why we're only doing 2. Now I'm gonna do what's the time at? Did it already pass 10? Perfect, guys. We just hit the 10-minute time mark. I'm gonna do one sec. I'm gonna do 5 more minutes um, because these questions are actually really great. So I want to continue to go. One sec. Yeah, someone said more endurance sports gear, and this kind of relates to how do we make our products, the behind the scenes process. Typically, when I make a product and our team makes a product, we try to make a product that relates or makes sense for that character. And I'll give you guys just some easy examples to understand, right? When you're doing the Hulk, I mean, it only makes sense. You got to do like purple shorts, right? If you're doing a character like Wolverine, there has to be a sleeveless option. If you're doing a character like Deathstroke, it has to have a tactical element to it. So anytime you're doing a character or an IP or a launch, we think about the character first and what would make sense for that character, and then we design around those parameters to best be accurate, right? It would just be kind of strange if, for example, right, where Superman or Batman, where they're always known to have a full suit where all we did was make shorts and tank tops. Like if that's all we dropped, it would be incongruent and inconsistent with those characters. So we always think about what makes sense for the characters first, and then we reverse engineer it to that, and then we design from there. I hope that helps. Any plans for more gym bags? That is a great question because as a longtime consumer of the brand, I'm sure you've seen we've came out with tons of different apparel drops. We've come out with tons of different other types of drops. Bags are here to stay. Now, the thing is with bags, they're a lot more complex and a lot longer in the development process as our apparel. Now, why is that? Bags are a new category for us. And when we entered bags, I'll level with you guys. I always respect you guys and I always want to tell you guys the truth. The reason we got into bags wasn't because we saw a new category to make more sales. The reason we got into bags was that the leading person doing or leading company doing licensed bags are doing a very poor job and they're charging way too much for a very generic and basic bag. Now, there is a bag we came out with recently, a Power Rangers bag, and this company that I'm referring to is going to be coming out with the Power Rangers bag. And when that Power Rangers bag comes out, I want you to look at it. I want you to look at our bag, and I want you to tell me and the team the difference that you see. And I can guarantee you that they're going to charge a similar price as us for a bag that is not even a tenth of the quality. So seeing that they were not only serving subpar products that didn't actually represent the characters, they were also charging as if they were premium products. It drove me crazy to the sense that I had a lot of people ask me, start doing bags. You guys need to start doing bags. Nobody is doing this right. And specifically, the only company doing licensed bags is doing a piss poor job of doing them. And they're charging you $14 for a patch. Now, I don't want to create any enemies right now. I'm not going to name who it is. But if you know, you know, and charging a consumer $15 for a patch that we know costs us less than $1 to make is absolutely ridiculous, and we will not stand behind it. That is why we got into bags, is to make not only a better product, but a more affordable price, generally speaking, 9 out of 10 times compared to this other brand. That's why we get into bags. They're here to stay. And as we approach 2027, there's going to be 1 or 2 bags every single month. Have we thought about selling in person? That's a great question. Yes, we're going to be doing more Comic Cons. We're going to be doing our massive pop up event in the month of November where I wish I could just tell you guys, but you have to be there, or at least you have to try to sign up to be able to go. Tickets are free. And we're going to be actually we're going to have product in person for you to purchase at that event that has not been released and you to take home. And it's a limited collector's edition of a product that is by far the most ambitious we've ever done, and I think any apparel company that's ever licensed has ever done. It's the most ambitious project ever. So come to the pop-up event. You'll be able to purchase products in person. There's a limited amount. We're gonna have, I think we're gonna have like 250 there. That's it. First come, first serve. You're gonna be able to buy it, take it home after the pop-up. It's gonna be awesome. But let's see. I'm gonna be here for 2 more minutes and then we're gonna go, guys. Would love to see fitness community events. 100% agreed. And I'm going to take one step back really quick. What is SuperX and what makes it different? When we were at San Diego Comic Con, I took a look around, really great brands, iconic brands, brands that really bring us happiness from an entertainment level, from a fan level. But here's the one thing that I always come back to and I preach to our team. The reason why I started SuperX, the reason why our team is building SuperX, and the reason why we have not given up and we've continuously fought bigger and more well-funded competition is because we believe in the mission. At the heart of SuperX, we are one of the only brands out there that approaches pop culture and those characters in a way that benefits the consumers. And I mean that from a personal development, a self-improvement approach. From firsthand experience, I grew up and I was out of shape. I was bullied. I love these characters, but I faced a lot of the same things that a lot of you guys have, or just a lack of self-confidence or whatever other obstacles that you've had. But let me tell you, from the moment I started training, the moment I started to achieve goals in my physical body, ones that didn't require a certain amount of money, ones that didn't require a certain status, ones that didn't require anything other than effort, I started to see my my confidence rise. I started to accomplish things in ways I never imagined, and I owe it to two things: fitness, and I owe it to superheroes. So when I look around Comic Con floor, when I look at other brands, I truly believe that what we're doing here is special, not just because the products are awesome, which they are, but because of the underlying and the unspoken improvement that you're going to gain from adapting fitness as a part of your lifestyle. It's something I've never seen before. You don't have to be rich, you don't have to have certain things. All you need to do is work hard. And that's what this company stands for. Whether you buy products from us or not, I hope that we can inspire some of you guys to do fitness and self improvement in any capacity, because it will change your life. Now, to answer that question, I know that was long winded, but to answer the question, we're going to be doing fitness activations over time, whether it's 5K sponsorships or challenges where if you do, for example, you could do like a One Punch Man challenge or something along those lines. We're going to do more fitness challenges, more fitness events, and better engage with the fitness community if it makes sense pertaining to pop culture. All right, guys, I have 2 more questions and then we're done. I keep going on longer than I promise. SuperX gym. That's a fantastic question. So I would love to do a gym one day. And it's been a dream of mine coming from a fitness background. It's been a dream of mine. I can't promise a specific date. I can't even promise it's going to come to fruition, but it's something I think about. I dream about at night. Walt Disney dreamed about a Disneyland. I dream about doing a gym or some sort of physical experience for you guys. I dream about it. I think about it. I'm obsessed with it. I can't promise when it's going to come, but eventually that day will arrive. So keep your eye out, keep supporting us, stay tuned. And I promise one day there's going to be something special like that for you guys. Great question. So someone said I'm going to do 2 questions. I've seen production timelines. Um, yeah. So about production timelines. Good news. I've promised since we've started doing our own fulfillment, we now have everything controlled. We're going to see faster production times, and in a lot of ways, we have like certain launches, for example, like Marvel Villains. A lot of those products for Marvel Villains were ready to ship, at least the shorts wise, right? When we had Super Day, we had shaker bottles ready to ship. For other drops, we've had an item here or there ready to ship. But I will tell you guys this: we have a drop in November. We have a drop in December, which I don't want to mention it, but it should be fairly obvious as to what's coming this December. That's going to have some ready to ship items, so you could wear those items to a special event that is going to happen in December. You can wear some of the items. So things are improving, more items are coming ready to ship. And I guarantee you, hold me to it, that I would say the majority of items, probably 80% of a collection, is going to be ready to ship come like the beginning of 2027, towards like, February, March, April. Most of the items are going to be ready to ship by then. It's taken a lot from the team in order logistically, design wise, to make this happen. But we hear you. We're getting a little bit better. We're not perfect. But as we get into 2027, the majority of every drop is going to be ready to ship. And because we know how important some of these events and special occasions are to you, in December, we'll have a couple of products that will be ready to ship. So you could wear those to the premiere or that specific special event if you're catching my drift. So last question, and then we're gone, guys. Hold on one sec. I'm going to refresh this. Last question here. I'm waiting for a good one. Come on. You guys got to get creative here. This is the last question, and then we're going to be out for today. Oh, great question. Are we going to stream any of the pop-up event? The answer is yes. If we do what we're supposed to, you guys are going to see this pop-up event all over the place in social media. We are going to stream it. We're going to make everyone who couldn't make the physical experience the ability to check it out afterwards. We obviously want to be respectful to the people there. We want to give them the chance to experience this. However, after, you guys are going to be able to see everything that went on and a full rundown. So I'm really excited for that. And then, yeah, that was like, I think that's it, guys. Will quality, actually, this is the last one I'm going to end on. Will quality decrease with faster production? Absolutely not. We don't do a good enough job at SuperX showing you the behind the scenes in terms of production, in terms of quality control, designing, like everything. We don't do a good enough job of it. Obviously, some of you guys even ask for more behind the scenes. We're so focused and hyper obsessed on product that we forget to post all this stuff, right? A lot of people, a lot of companies, they'll post behind the scenes, they'll do all these things. But generally speaking, like with our lean team who is really dedicated, we're just focused on making excellent products. Now, sometimes, and we hire a third-party company to come in and do what's called a quality control test on all of our products before we ship them out. No, quality will not decrease as production timelines decrease. At the end of the day, my goal as the CEO of this company and our team's goal at SuperX is to make the best possible customer experience. What does that mean? A fantastic product, fast shipping times, products that truly resonate with the consumer, that honor the IP, that are better than anything else, more community and event activations, free, like literally like freebies, surprises, like all of the things that you can imagine being the perfect way to celebrate you guys. That is our goal. Our goal here isn't a financial goal. Our goal here isn't to sell products. Our goal here is truly to sell exceptional products, to innovate in categories that are dead or need innovation, doing new things, or else why do anything? If you're not going to make something new, if you're not going to make something exceptional, why jump into it? We don't want to copy anybody else. We want to do the best in the entire world. And lastly, our goal whenever making this stuff is to positively impact someone's life on the fitness level or just the fulfillment side of making an excellent product. If we can't make our customers happy, if we don't make products that fulfill you guys, that make you happy from a fan side, then we're doing this wrong. That is what I'm going to end on. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me here. I did extend the Q&A like by double the time that we initially planned. The team's killing me right now. But I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to ask, no holds barred, get some more information, get some more questions out there. So thank you so much for watching today's Expo. Thank you so much for being a part of the SuperX family. And I say this all the time, but I'm going to say it again. Without you, all of this, every partnership, every product, every brand would be impossible. So thank you so much. And as always, be extraordinary.